Everyone, so I'm going to do a quick not a quick get ready with me, but a get ready with me nonetheless. In fact, I'm going to include my skincare get ready with me. There's a giant fly in our room. Is it, or is it a wasp? Oh, there's two. Oh, great. So anyway, they're sort of distracting, if I'm honest. Never mind. I am going to get this done because I've got a lot of things to film today. And I just really want to get quite a few videos out. You may have noticed that there wasn't any videos on my main channel, but there has been on my Leah XL Life about work experience, so it's probably worth going to have a look at those. So, starting with skincare. Ooh, here we go. So, if you can hear buzzing, I'm really sorry. It is some flies that have decided to come in. How gross. Anyway, so the first thing I use after I've cleansed my skin is the Avon Planet Spa Heavenly Hydration with Mediterranean Olive Oil. Doesn't smell like olive oil, it smells like cucumbers, and it's just stunning. Now, you would normally use the dropper here, but I'm coming to the end of it, so I literally just take that out, and I'm just about to finish it. I think in my evening kind of one, it will come out. Oh, great, and now there's the dog. Typical, isn't it? So, yeah, just warming that up in my hands like this. Oh, how frustrating. There we go. Sorry about that. He always barks at, like, when I'm filming. He never barks otherwise. Somebody must have just gone past. He likes to think he's saving us, I think. So yeah, I just use, you can see it kind of makes my skin sort of glowy. Not oily though. I would definitely say that it's not oily. My skin's really dry, so I use a face oil to kind of replenish it. And then I'm going to use this. This is the Vichy Idealia Life Serum. Now, I had a sample of this and I really liked it. And it's sort of pearly. I don't know whether you can see that. It's like a pearly, I don't know whether that's going to focus actually. Let's have a look if it will. Yeah, you can sort of see a pearly. And I rub that into my fingers and then rub that over my face. I always put on oil and serum. It's still not as good as the Bioform Aqua Source Blue Therapy, which is probably the best one I've ever used, but I had samples of it. Oh, now somebody's decided to bang things. Oh, typical. Right. Just one of those days, I think. So I like that because it gives my skin that sort of glowy finish. And then I use a primer. You might think that a lot of the things that I do are unnecessary, but my skin just feels so much better when I use them. So I use this primer, which is the Lait Creme Concentrate by Embryolisse. You can see I've folded it down a couple of times now. This is in my Finish 8 by Bonfire Night challenge. I use this much, a very small amount, and I just dab it all over my face. And then in circular motions. I don't think I'll ever go back to a silicone based primer ever again. These kind of 2-in-1 moisturising, oh my god, I can't speak, moisturising primers are my favourite. They're slightly thicker than a moisturiser. I love them. So that's that. And then my final step is this. This is the Be Sweet, what's it called? Popping Candy Highlighting Serum. I think it looks amazing. And when it comes out, it's almost jelly-like. I'll show you the consistency. Let's see if I can get a good shot of this. Yeah, I use one pump. It's sort of jelly-like, look. A bit like scrambled egg, actually. That's not a great thing. When you put it on, it sort of goes a mucky kind of thing. But it does smooth over the face really nice. So it's a highlighting serum. So it is a highlighter. And I like to put it on my face first because I've realised, and I don't know why, I really like a dewy finish of foundation. I prefer it to anything else. So I like to put all of that under my base. Now the foundation, not doing very well. The foundation I'm going to use is the Makeup Forever. I've just realised I don't know where my beauty blender is. Oh, it's there. So this is the Makeup Forever HD foundation. I should really do a review on this now that I've had it a little while. Who knows how much I've used because it doesn't show you, so I wonder if when I've finished, I've just finished, and that will be a shame. But I use 2 pumps for my whole, well, 2 and a bit actually I always use. I never feel like 2 pumps is enough. So I'm just going to take that onto my beauty blender and just blend that over my face. Now, I've actually missed a step, but I can add it in after. It's not too much of a problem. You can see instantly, I'm just going to do half of my face with that. And you can sort of see instantly how effective it is in terms of coverage. It's really good for me. I am very pale, as you can see, and I do have a bit of redness in my cheeks. I usually use a green concealer, but to be honest, because I use a blusher, it's not too much of an issue. You can also see on my eyelids I've got some discoloration here, and it goes completely with this, but I usually use a yellow concealer as well to kind of cancel that out, and I usually use a yellow concealer under my eyes here, which I have got, so I will add it afterwards. So yeah, you can see what it looks like after one kind of application. So I'm just going to put the rest on. I love the beauty blender. I know that some people think it's an unnecessary thing to spend so much on a sponge. I've said this before, I'm sure. But it is the best tool for putting on my foundation, I feel. So that, I mean, that's my feel. That's my gut feel about it. I always sort of smooth it around here so that it blends into the neck. That foundation is so nice and it leaves such a nice finish. So that's that. I don't want this video to be mega long, but I'm worried it might be. So yeah, the yellow concealer is the Maybelline Fit Me. This is in 2020, I think. I'm just going to put it under my eyes here, just on the lids a bit as well. It is the wrong colour completely because I picked up the wrong colour, so that's why I use it as a yellow concealer. And then I will actually put another concealer on top. Now you might think that's a bit odd, but I need it to match, and it sort of brightens the one that I've got on top. So that's that. There you go. It's not too bad. It is a little bit yellow for my skin. You can sort of see it now. But I usually put it under my foundation, so that's why. And then the concealer I'm going to use again is the Lasting Finish by Rimmel. I've lost my Lasting Finish foundation. I don't know where it is. And I'm just going to pop that here just to brighten it up. And also I like to sort of put this around where I might have some blemishes. So yeah, it's a really good colour this. This is in Ivory. And this is 020. Okay. I really like this one. I think it brightens my eyes a bit better and it doesn't crease. I do set my concealer though. I've learnt that trick recently, so I will be doing that again. Let me just get the... Have I put all the brushes away? No, luckily I haven't. So I use my Revolution Makeup Revolution London F104 face brush. And I use my LA Girl Pro Powder HD High Definition Setting Powder. Whew, it's a mouthful. I'm running out of this. It's not very expensive, but I am running out of it. I like to kind of put it into the cap. So there's a bit in there. I'm nearly finished. And then I put my brush in and I sort of dab it on to my eyes and then work it outwards. And then dab it on. And then work it outwards, which seems to work well for me. Yeah, I've practically finished this now. No, there's quite a lot in there. It just doesn't look like there's a lot in there. It's a bit annoying really. So that's the high definition powder. As you can see, it sort of evens out all of my makeup, but leaves a dewy look as well. So I really like that. So that's that. As usual, I'm going to finish off sort of my face with a highlighter. It's one of the Radiant Lights by Makeup Revolution. You can see I've already shown you this 1,000 times. This is Exhale. This is the pinker of the colours, and I've nearly finished it. That's what it looks like, guys, if you're hitting pan on your Radiant Light. And I'll just zhuzh that all over the face. just to give it that extra, not just a set, but also that extra glow. Lovely. Okay, so to make sure my eye shadow stays, I've been using, and you'll know this if you have followed my videos before, I use the Colour Tattoo, the 24-hour Colour Tattoo by Maybelline in pink gold, and I've used about half of it now. I'm using it in, again, this is another one of the products in my Finish 8 by November, 5th of November. Oh God, I'm not doing very well with that, am I? So I put that on now, so it sort of sets a little bit before I put the eyeshadow on. I start with putting most of the product on the lids as much as I can. I use a sponge applicator because that is always easier, and then I just work it up from there, blend it up into the brow bone. You won't, the good thing about this is you can barely see it after you put any eyeshadow on, and that's why I like it, I think, the most, because it's very easy to use. So that is that. Another one of my favourite things. Yeah, I sort of leave that then to set slightly so that when I come to put on the eyeshadow it doesn't crease, because that could happen if it's still wet. Just give me a second, I'm just going to have a sip of tea. Thirsty work, that is. This is the Intense Buttermint by Twinings. It's my favourite tea. So nice, my absolute favourite. So now on to face, and I have two of the most perfect brushes, and I'll show you them. So the first one is this tapered, it's a small tapered, well, it's tapered highlighter brush, and this is a Jessup brush that I got from eBay, and I use this with my Master Sculpt by Maybelline. Now this is, I don't know how I feel about this yet. I've been testing it out and it's okay. It's a little, this is the dark one, and I think it might be too dark for me. So I try and be as light-handed as I can, but I'm not very good at being light-handed. So I'll show you what I mean. So I do just sort of put a little bit where I think my contour is there and bring that up. I like putting powder over powder. I don't really like putting cream over powder. I'm sure other people understand that sort of quandary. Again, using this brush, but this is such a lovely little pointed brush, and it's very, very soft. I really like it for contouring. I feel like it does the right job for me. So yeah, I really like this. Yeah, so you can sort of see I've just added a little bit of shadow to my face. And then I've also brought along a, oh, it's my hand. This is the Avon Glow, and it's, to be honest, it is actually very warm. You can see it there. It's a bit orangey for me, but with a light hand, it can bring a nice glow. So I'm just going to use a big brush so it distributes quite evenly. I need a mirror, don't I? So I'm just going to just put that sort of where I put the contour and sort of bronze my face up a little bit, just to give myself that little bit of glow, in terms of a, not sun-kissed, just something, a bit of colour that will help to kind of bring out my blusher. The blusher that I've really been loving at the moment, and I will be mentioning it in my favourites, this is the MUA blusher. It's a powder blusher in shade 2. I love these. I've always loved their blushes, but this is just amazing. It's just such a lovely neutral colour. I'll just show you it here. It's like a peachy neutral colour. And this is another Jessup brush, so it's the bigger version of the brush I just used, and it's called the Tapered Face. And I sort of dab it in. It really does pick up a lot of product, and I give it a little shake because otherwise there's too much. And what I love about this is you can just take the product and dab it on your cheeks like that. So there's no way that you can go wrong, which is what I love about it. So I put on a bit of blush, perfect, and it gets right where I need it to, when I need it to. So at the moment I look a bit red, because I always do when I put on blush, but I like to blend it out with my initial sort of face brush. So I blend everything together like so, And then in terms of highlighter, I am actually using a cream highlighter. I'm using the Essence So Glow Look on the Bright Side number 10. I've got a pink one, but this one is like a goldy colour. And I'll just do a little swatch for you so you can see it. Look, it's just a lovely, subtle glow. And I'm going to put that on the tops of my cheeks, as you would with highlighter. I'm just going to dab it on both sides, and then I'll rub it in. This is a cream to powder, so you can just see it sort of gives you that subtle glow. Same here. I like this one because it's a little bit more of a natural glow, natural finish, really pretty. Just put a little bit more on. It's probably a bit too much there. You can see it there. So yeah, really, really like that. Excuse me. So now it's time for the eyeshadow, and as always, I'm using my Naked 3 palette, but I'm using this shade here, which is nearly finished. You can sort of see there, this is Strange. And I really have been enjoying using this. I've been using it for the last 2 months and I've nearly finished it. So not 2 months, probably 5 months. It shows you that you can actually use the products that you love and use them up. So I use this as sort of brow bone highlighter on both of the eyes. I use my Eco Tools brush, which I think is the best brush for this sort of work. It just kind of gets the product up and gets the product on, and that's what I want to do with this. I haven't got I'm sort of slapdash with this sort of bit. And then I'm going to use my Real Techniques, I never know what this is called, base shadow brush. I use it for crease work, and I'm actually using my, I think this is the Death by Chocolate. Yeah, Death by Chocolate palette. I thought it was my I Heart Chocolate one, but it isn't. So I'll just show you it there. You can see the colours there. This one is slightly different to the I Heart Chocolate, but I do really love this one. It's a bit, I don't know how to explain. It's probably a tiny bit cooler. It's a good mix of crease colours and base colours and shimmers and mattes. I do really like it, and it does have a slight waft of chocolate. So I'm going to use this colour first in the crease here, which I really love. How long have we got? Oh, not long. I'm going to try and keep this under 20 minutes. And I'm going to put that into the crease just slightly, just sort of there, and then sweeping it over. Oh, it does smell like chocolate. You get such a waft of it when you've got your face right in it, trying to do the sort of crease work like I'm doing. Sorry, by the way, if my camera's the lighting's not been very good. It's a bit dull outside today, so it's sort of trying to refocus all the time. And then I use this colour here, which is another matte colour, and I put that on the crease. They're quite powdery, but they are very highly pigmented, which is why I like that. These do work really well for a neutral colour. I love them. I think they're fantastic. So put that again into the crease. And then I'm going to use this. This is one of my favourite brushes of all time. This is a flat sort of paddle brush. You can see it there, flat there. And it came from a really cheap set, so I love it. And I'm going to use this taupey colour. Yeah, definitely like a taupey mauve, taupe, I don't know. And I'm going to put that all over the lid. It's got such good pigmentation. You can see it there. It's just really metallic and nice. I love this colour. I have a lot of palettes that have it. I think I may even have it in a single shadow. I will never run out for as long as I live. I reckon I will always have this colour. There is a bit of fallout. You can see I'm just rubbing it out there. It's a shame because it's such a good colour, but I don't mind fallout so much because I can deal with that. I'm not too fussed, but I love the colours, so I don't really care. So yeah, I take that all over the lid. And then there is a sort of rosy gold colour. Well, it's almost like a copper colour actually when I look at it now. And I take that again on the same brush and put that at this end. Just like halfway, about 2/3 down, and just take it on that side. Again on this side. Just over what I've already done. So it's quite a metallic look, as you can see, but it's just really pretty on the lid. Right, So next, taking this brush again, I'm going to go in with the darker colour here, and I'm just going to deepen up the crease slightly. I know it does sound really weird because I never knew what that meant, and I've learned so much more. I am no expert. I have no idea a lot of the time what I'm doing, but as long as it's sort of, I feel it looks good on my eyes, I don't really mind. As you can see, I sort of have a natural outer V. Just happens. I don't know how to do it. It just happens. The thing is, as you can see, the colours are pretty harsh at the moment. So what I do is I take a fluffy blending brush and I just work this in and out. It's clean. And sort of blend out all of those colours together. And then blending again. Let's blend that out a bit. Just to give it that more, I mean, it's never going to be natural, is it? I was going to say natural finish. And then the other thing I do is I take my finger, and there's a gold colour just here. Sorry about blinding you, just here. Take my finger, and I've got it on my finger, and then just pat it into the middle. Because I love having that sort of multifaceted, wet look. And I learnt from somebody that just putting a bit of gold in the middle, or, you know, just a slightly brighter, shimmerier colour, it will give you that look. So, putting it on the middle there like that. Excellent. And just one more time over, just blending that out a bit. Again, there. Just love this look. I did it yesterday. Then taking my Eco Tools one and taking the lightest shade, I'm just going to pop that back into here, over where I was, up into my brow bone. Just to sort of blend them all together and give it a bit more of a natural look. There you go. So, something that I've been enjoying, oh gosh, we are really getting on now. I really like doing flicks at the moment on my eyes, but I'm not going to do one today because we're really getting on. I'm going to use the Essence Maximum Definition Volume Mascara. I bought this on a whim, and I'm really pleased that I did because I think it's a really good, easy mascara. It's nice and wet. The fact that it's almost pointy at the end means you can get right in. It is plastic bristles. I do love that. Yeah, I really like this look. And it really does lift my eyelashes and make them look defined. So I like that. It isn't my holy grail because you may know I have found a holy grail when it comes to mascara. And it's the cheapest one you can get. It's from PS Love in Primark. I believe you can get PS Love in other places in Europe. So have a look round. But yeah, it's such a good mascara, that one. But I do want to just finish this one up. I wanted to try it, and it is good. I have high-end and I have non-high-end mascaras, and I don't think there is one that is high-end that is better than the ones that aren't. I think they all pretty much do the same thing. So that's my eyelashes done. Finally, lipstick. Now, I sort of wanted to go for a mid-tone pink, so I've chosen the Rimmel Kate 05 colour to go with this look. Yeah, it's like a rosy, corally, mid-tone pink. So there you have it. That is the final look for today. You probably will see this in a number of videos in a moment, but I really like this. I've been really enjoying my palettes. I try and get through rotation. In fact, I'll be doing a weekly basket slash kind of makeup bag. That means that I'm going to start rotating through all of the products that I've got, so I'm using them. So not only am I doing projects, but it also means that I use things more often, things that I may not have used before. So look out for those. Anyway, better go before this gets too long, and let me know what you think. I will pop these on. Hold on, let me just do a kind of... I look awful. My hair is really flat today. Let's try and zhuzh that up a little bit. I am going to do a hair care video soon. So watch out for that. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.